Hello everyone, I want to tell you a brief history of the world of Warhammer. If you're really interested in listening, please make yourselves comfortable. Warhammer is a fantasy theme developed by Games Workshop, which includes tabletop games, video games, books, and more. The lore of Warhammer takes place in a fictional world known as the Warhammer Fantasy World, which includes many different races such as humans, elves, dwarves, orcs, chaos warriors, and many others. The world of Warhammer is divided into several continents, each with its own history and culture. The main plot of the Warhammer lore revolves around the struggle for power and survival in a world where good and evil often intertwine. Wars between races and factions in the Warhammer world often led to bloody battles and tragic consequences. For many years, various Warhammer games and books have allowed players and readers to immerse themselves in this world and get to know its history and characters, each of whom has their unique traits and backstory. Overall, the Warhammer lore represents a captivating fantasy world that continues to attract and enthrall fans around the world. The Warhammer world is divided into several continents, each with its own history and features. For example, the continent of Athia is where the Empire is located, which is the center of human civilization. Ulthuan is the home of the High Elf mages, while Nagaroth is where the Dark Elves reside. The Warhammer lore is centered around constant conflicts and wars between races and factions. The central theme of Warhammer is the struggle for power and survival in a world where good and evil often intertwine. There are many characters in the Warhammer lore, each with their unique story and destiny. Among them are Karl Franz, the Emperor of the Empire, Tyrion, the Prince of the High Elves, Archon the Avarkosan, the leader of the Chaos Warriors, and many others. So, in Warhammer, it is important to mention the factions that exist within it. Factions are groups of races, factions, and organizations that have their own unique goals, ideologies, technologies, and battle tactics. Some of the most well-known Warhammer factions include the Imperium of Men. This faction unites the remaining humans in the galaxy. The Imperium controls many worlds but is constantly struggling to survive. This faction represents a powerful military machine that fights against all threats. Chaos. This faction opposes the Imperium and seeks to destroy it. Chaos includes demons and other dark creatures, as well as humans who have rejected the Imperium and serve chaos. Eldar. This faction represents an ancient race of highly developed alien beings. The Eldar use magic and technology to fight threats. They have a rich history and culture, but are on the brink of extinction. Orcs. Green-skinned creatures who live outside the law and order. They are fearless, cruel, and possess powerful technology. Orcs enjoy war and violence, and their goal is to find the strongest warrior and kill them. Tyranids, a faction of alien creatures who seek to devour everything in their path. Tyranids are very dangerous opponents. They possess powerful physical abilities and weapons, as well as an insatiable hunger. I am going to tell you more about all of this in future videos. Lastly, here are some interesting facts about Warhammer. Warhammer was created in 1983 by Games Workshop as a tabletop game. Warhammer Fantasy World and Warhammer 40.0, the second theme in the Warhammer universe, were developed in parallel and have many common elements. In the Warhammer universe, there are many gods and goddesses, each with their own history and cult. One of the most well-known gods in Warhammer is Chaos. Warhammer has been translated into many languages, including Chinese, Japanese, and Russian. There are many books and novels based on the Warhammer universe that reveal the stories and fates of characters. There are also many video games based on the Warhammer universe, including Total War, Warhammer, Vermintide, and Dawn of War. It is worth mentioning that all the art you see on your screen was created by a neural network. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like and subscribe. There is more to come.